As you can tell, I like talking. But in summary, Arrival Prime was a social worker franchise that I dreamt up 4 years ago, longer ago. It's kind of been about 8 years in the making. 4 years ago it got made called Hands on Wheels and was projected on 4 raising platforms and thunderclaps, made £14. Currently trying to get it refilmed as Arrival Prime. Since the first video, I have met Choir with No Name, Streetwise Opera, Cardboard Citizens, Crisis, St Mungo. These existing charities need a link in the form of a practical social worker in Royals that can show them around town and give them those places as plates of contact, and soup kitchens too that normally run the route. I'm just saying for the bad cases. And there's also like clothes for causes, non-profit organisations that give clothes. I mean, in theory, from what I've seen from London City, all the ingredients are there for people anyway that just want to just get on in the city or do whatever and get a job or get sort of temporary accommodation. And they do need someone just like practically just to, you know, put them in the back of the van, give them a wash and say, open up the world is in the form of sofa surfing. And there'll be incentives. This is massive Thrive design. And also the Hive buildings gave me the idea because they said they'd use them as 999 shelters and you'd eradicate homeless deaths. And you could also use those premises for passports for the younger type people that want to just take up Prince's Trust-like initiatives and get into hemp farming, fruit picking, woofing and basic agriculture. NVQs and all sorts of stuff all over the world. So this, in theory, would open up the world. It's not for the Trump-hearted or the small-minded inbred folk. It's really not for them. It's more like a, oh, there's all these people really sitting on the street with no expectations, or really just signing on with no expectations. And this is the sort of thing that'd be like, boom, shock to the system. There, do you want to see the world a bit? And it needs to be trusted. It needs to be 100% transparent, because whatever my journey or my fucking path is, like I said, it's been jaded with tormented stories, and I'm such a fluffy light person. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's like, oh god, life's great, isn't it? So much fun. I'm gonna meet every person that has a sob story, a horror story to tell for the rest of my life until I do something about it, right? So if you get all this crap going on all the time, you feel like, okay, right, I think my brain just does what it does on its own anyway. It connects the dots of the various jobs I've had, like call centre staff, connecting people up, but treating the people as jobs. CVs, you know, just treating the people like jobs. Being like, for every person you get, there's an incentive. And it's the washroom's really cool, and it's an adapted vehicle, like with a net that you can throw money in and people throw money at the van. So as a franchise, the person, like I said, chicken shops, choice of 20, social worker, choice of none. But as a franchisee owner, you will have, it'd be like when you go out and you get those commissions and people want to put money in your bank and you have to do all that stuff yourself, and you get your regular income stuff, and you'll get obviously donation pot in the form of your vehicle that you're just rolling around in, hopefully people just throw money at, because it's very much a personal touch thing, you know. It's a personal touch thing, but also obviously as a franchise, I think they have to, I don't know how KFCs work, but it'd be like that. You know, you're investing in your vehicle, your brand, you've then got the ownership to own that Arrival Prime. You're a social worker and you can use that in any which way you want. I mean, moving furniture for people that just moved into houses, whatever. You write down your jobs and, you know, you can get tax breaks on all of it, or I don't know how. I'm not a business head. I'm a creative head, designer. But in theory, I think it all works. I think it does. And someone said advertising space on the side of your vehicle. You get your own advertising space. I was talking to the Kindness Offensive because they got a massive bath. And I was like, well, you know, this guy goes, yeah, you could get advertising space. That's a good idea as well. But I've been pushing this at the charities and stuff. And I was a bit disappointed because I thought they might be like able to help or go, come along and sign up and talk at this. And it took me 2 weeks to get a video photographer from Ravensbourne to film at the Choir with No Name, and they filmed me all of Christmas, and I, you know, permissions, you know, you straight away, you were not bothered. And it took 2 weeks to get someone. I just wanted to get a little clip, because obviously people take more, you know, if you put them on a crowd fundraiser, they're going to take more seriously seeing a charity that says, yes, we commission, that's a great idea, you know, they can work with us. But they're just, that's the small part of the picture. Squat's a small part of the picture. It's a Thrive design, it's a community design. Farming's a big part of the picture. I saw a lovely story about hotels that were putting up homeless people, that were saying, yeah, we gave the guy a basic job over winter because we had a lot of spare rooms, so they can just stay in the hotel rooms over winter. They're just like giving them away in Bournemouth and stuff. So it's like, you're just there as a port of contact and a port of call. And it's not just that, it will help people that are really desperately like, oh my god, this is happening to me and I'm not sure if I feel vulnerable. Can I go to this person and ask them, distribution of wealth wise? You know, I'm really pressured at the moment. I've got 2 kids, and my boyfriend's abusive, and they're trying to get me to sign over the kids. Happens all the time. Happens around festival, I think, circuits more than stuff, because people do use Class A drugs, or they've been known to, and people they frown upon that and say, well, kids shouldn't be around that environment. Ecstasy and stuff like that, or people have tried it in their life, they're more going to be them. They might have a few more rungs to jump through emotionally than other people. And if they're in an abusive relationship, someone's battered them and they're signing over their kids, then a year later they might not have done that. Then they might not be doing Class A's anymore. And Class A's are no different to NHS antidepressants, I might add. I'm very experimental. I do like to sample what's on the market. Wow, is that what they're giving you? My eyes ping out my head and my joint like this. And I tried these things on the market. I was like, whoa, is that really? I mean, I've tried cocaine, but that shit's got nothing on this NHS shit. I wouldn't, it's prematurely killing people. So it's like, what is stability? Oh, you buy in the system, it's okay, but outside of the system, even though drugs are everywhere. So it's like, you got that. You're going to need, like, I think, a port of contact and citizens' advice and stuff for people, just to really make sure that none of the criminality within the system goes on. Because it does go on. And this would appeal to social workers, care workers. This would appeal to ex-policemen, maybe even, that have just had enough of just penalising people for stuff when the lines are clearly all blurring. I mean, I'm sure there's probably police people that have stumbled upon their own corruption in their police force and been like, yeah, look at that, all the drugs going missing from that department, whatever's going on. I can't justify what I've seen in London. London's like, whoa, really? If I was undercover, I would have blown so much up. I'd be like, fucking hell. They'd be like, whoa, she's Wonder Woman, that one. Look how many rough shit she's found just by being out and about in the community. You're like, my lips still had on thumbs. I move, roll around town. I'm not paid to clamp down on anyone. But, you just need that. You need that in society. A rival prime. And then, in theory, if you can take it as far as you can. Oh, going back to the other thing, I noticed on the other video, I left out armed forces just need to be learned. Plumbing, electricians, bricklaying, building, scaffolding, all the practical skills, and social working. So they can heal their ripped wounds. At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, we've got a basic, beautiful blueprint for a better way of life, right? I like the UK's way of living. But really, the other extreme side of it, when it's all armed forces and shit, and people walking around like brutish America, law enforcers over there, you're looking at fucking penal systems that are just a factory. You're looking at shit scum. You're looking at the most crushing, soul-destroying form of life development. It's not evolution, it's de-evolution to the fact you're chipped and you're fucked, and you're just a little prison rat on a fucking prison planet. Now, that's not what you fucking want, is it really? It's not what your kids want, is it really? You want to fucking smash down politics where you can find them and take out the fascist attitudes where you find them.